So I have my red onion here sliced. I have orange and red bell pepper sliced. I have some green onion sliced. And then I am going to use my broccoli slaw for my chow mein. I have my noodles here, and then I have a big pot of water boiling. So here I have my chicken ready. It's sliced so you can see how thin and long the slices are. Again, you can slice it the way you want, but this is how I feel it just stands out and tastes best in chow mein. And here our water is almost coming to a boil, so I am going to add our noodles in here and boil them for about 10 to 12 minutes. We want to make sure that they're soft enough, but not too al dente. I'm not going to keep them too al dente because of my husband and his dental surgery. But if you like al dente, you can keep them so. Usually in Chinese, when you're eating a chow mein, it is not al dente. I'm going to add a full 1 pack of spaghetti pasta noodles. You can use egg noodles, you can use whatever kind of noodles you like. These have always worked the best for me in any kind of lo mein, chow mein, stuff like that. So I just stick with these. And then you want to make sure that you push the pasta under the water so that all of it gets cooked properly and evenly. One thing I usually do it in the beginning, I forgot to do it, is you have to add a little bit of any kind of neutral oil, and that really prevents the pasta from sticking. So I'm just gonna add some oil in here, about maybe 2 tablespoons or so. Give it a mix, make sure everything is inside. I don't know what happened to my voice there. And top back on. I have a gigantic wok here. So I love to cook all of my Chinese food and my eggs in toasted sesame oil. So here's about 3-4 tablespoons of sesame oil, and you have to make sure that your wok is really hot. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our ginger garlic paste in it. And the heat is pretty high, so I'm going to put it on medium, but once we put the chicken in, we're going to turn up the heat. So it's about a teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste mixed, and we're just going to mix this for 30 seconds, and then in goes your chicken. And now you have to increase the heat to high. Yes, on the other side our pasta is boiling. I have so much respect for everybody who makes cooking videos holding the phone in their hand, because it is so difficult to do that. I'm going to try and find some place to put the phone so that I can actually concentrate on my cooking. Hopefully this works. Alright, so I have been sauteing the chicken on high flame for maybe a minute and a half, and now I'm going to start seasoning it. First thing, soy sauce. I am eyeballing it. It's probably about 2 tablespoons. Next, oyster sauce. Again, probably a tablespoon. I am eyeballing it. Next, I have white vinegar. I'm going to actually, the funny thing is, this one I do measure in the cup, about 1 cupful. Teriyaki sauce, again, about 2 tablespoons. Mix it all up. Make sure that you keep mixing. Now for the spices. Black pepper, 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to keep the spices a bit more balanced in here because we're going to also use spices when we saute our veggies, and I don't want anything to be overbearing. So this is salt. Now everything else that we're using has salt, so I am going to use only probably half a teaspoon. My sriracha. So my husband loves spicy food, so that's why I use a lot of spice. You don't have to. You can skip this. I'm also going to use maybe a little bit of chili flakes. Again, you can skip it totally. That's totally fine. And I'm going to use the MSG. Again, you can totally skip it. I usually, if my clients do not want MSG, I do not use it. This I am making for my husband and my family, so I'm making it the way we like it. And now the flame is on high, so you're just going to continue to saute it and cook it until the chicken is completely done. You want to make sure that your chicken is completely done. So our chicken is almost done here, almost completely done here. There's still a little bit of liquid, a little bit of gravy in here, which we will keep because it will taste really delicious when we combine everything. So here is our fully cooked chicken. In the same wok, we are going to cook our veggies now. All right, so I am going to add a little bit more, maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons more of the toasted sesame seed oil. First, we're going to add our red onion and just saute it for a few seconds, and it's going to pick up all these yummy flavors from the wok from before when we cooked our chicken. Now we're going to add our bell pepper. Again, this has to be done on the highest heat, really high heat. For a few seconds. I'm going to add some green onions. And then I'm going to add a full packet of the broccoli slaw. Look how amazing. The colors are so pretty. Now, again, going to add, because you want to always put any kind of herbs or spices, you want to layer them in your food. So here, I put a little bit of black pepper, about half a teaspoon, about half a teaspoon of salt, or maybe it is a teaspoon. Well, it's this one right here. Compared to this, you can see. And then, where did my soy sauce go? Right here. A little bit of soy sauce. And you don't want to overcook your veggies. You want to keep them crunchy, because that's the best thing. Now, I'm going to put the chicken that we cooked back in here. with the veggies. I'm just going to cook it like this. Saute it for about 2 minutes and you're done. Our noodles are also ready, so I'm going to quickly drain them and add them to our pot of veggies and chicken, and I'll show you in a bit how it looks like. So here is our veggies and chicken sizzling, and I have drained our pasta here, so I'm just going to quickly add the pasta in here. And mix it really, really well. Here's the chow mein. So here's my sister. She's visiting from the UK, and she's gonna try the chow mein. It looks yummy. I mean, I know your food, it's always so good. And people, please don't mind, this is for my family, so that's why she's eating from the pot. If it was for customers, she wouldn't do that, and I would never allow that. Good?
Yummy. Love it.
There you go. Chicken chow mein.